Greetings, beautiful people. Another day, another math problem. Let's dive in. Find the length of a rectangle in a diagram. What do you know about a rectangle? A rectangle has two dimensions, the length and the width. Also, opposite sides are equal. Now let's focus on the sides because the question is only telling us about the sides. Now a rectangle, as I've earlier indicated, has a length and a width that is two-dimensional. It has opposite sides being equal. It means that the length of this side is the same as the length of this side, and the width is the same as the width. Also, you realize that the variables in the length and the width are two. So we have x and then y. It means that we have two variables. Anytime you have any form of question involving two variables and you ask to solve for a value, because it involves two variables, you need two equations. And anytime you have two equations, what comes in mind? Simultaneous equation. So let's set up the equations. In setting up the equations, it means that we are going to focus on the length. So focusing on the length, since the opposite sides are equal, we will have 4x plus 3 being equal to x plus 6y. Focusing on the width, we will have 4x minus y being equal to 3x plus 1. Now a general linear equation is of the form ax plus by is equal to c. There are other forms we can represent it, but in this question I am going to use this format. I'm going to arrange the equation in this way. So the first one, we have 4x plus 3 is equal to x plus 6y. I want to put all the variables at one side and equate the constant to the other side. So I have 4x here and x here. I want to put them together. So this is x is positive, so let's subtract x from both sides. So 4x minus x, we have 3x plus 3 is equal to 6y. Now 6y is on this side. If I want to move it to this side, I can decide to subtract 6y from both sides. So I have 3x minus 6y plus 3 is equal to 0. Now let's move the constant to the other side. It's positive, so we subtract 3 from both sides. We have 3x minus 6y is equal to negative 3. Then let's arrange the width equation in this format. So we have 4x minus y is equal to 3x plus 1. 3x is on this side of the equation. The right hand side is positive, so we subtract 3x from both sides. We have x minus y is equal to 1, which is arranged in the format that we want. So our equations are this. Let's write them down. 3x minus 6y is equal to negative 3, and then x minus y is equal to 1. Let's give names to our equations. So let's label this equation L and this equation W. Alright, when solving for simultaneous equation, there are so many methods that you can use. You can use the elimination method, you can use the substitution method, and you can also use the graphical method. So I want to use the elimination method. I want to eliminate one of the variables. Now to eliminate, the coefficients of the variables that you are eliminating must be the same. So let's assume that I want to eliminate x. The coefficient of x is 3 and the coefficient of x is 1. So how do I make the coefficient of x become 3? So I can decide to multiply equation w by 3. Then I'll have 3x minus 3y is equal to 3. So we write down, you see that the coefficient of the variable is x and the coefficient of the variable x is 3. They are all the same, so I can eliminate. Now when the signs are the same, you subtract to eliminate. So we are going to subtract these two equations So 3x minus 3x will give us 0, minus 6y minus 3y. So when two signs are the same and they are multiplying, it becomes positive. So this will change to positive. So I have minus 3y. So this will give us minus 3y, and I have minus 3y minus 3, that will give us minus 6. So we are looking for y. What is the coefficient of y, which is negative 3? So let's divide each side by negative 3. The negative, take care of the negative. So how many 3 are in 6? That is 2. So y is equal to 2. Now after getting the value of y, we can substitute it in any of these equations. So let's substitute it in equation 1, or I label it as let's substitute it in equation L. So what is equation L? 3x minus 6y is equal to minus 3. Now we know the value of y. What is the value of y? The value of y is 2, so let's substitute. That is equal to negative 3. This will give us minus 12 is equal to minus 3. Now this constant term is minus 12, negative 12. This constant term is negative 12. So let's add, because it's negative, let's add 12 to both sides. So plus 12 plus 12. Then this will give us 3x. A number in its inverse will give us 0. Negative 3 plus 12 will give us 9. Since we are looking for x, not 3x, what is the coefficient of x? 3. Divide both sides by 3, so x will give us 3. So we know that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. Let's go back to our diagram. You realize that we were asked to find the length of this rectangle, so we are just going to focus on the length. Now what is the length here? 4x plus 3. And what is the value of x? The value of x is 3. So if we substitute for what is the value of x? We substitute 3 plus 3. 4 times 3 will give us 12 plus 3. That will give us 15 centimeters. Mind you, the unit is centimeters, so it's very advisable to add the unit. Now we earlier indicated that for a rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. So for purposes of assurance, let's verify this length to also see whether we are going to get 15 centimeters. So we have x plus 6y. What is the value of x? Which is 3 plus 6y. What is the value of y? 2. So we have 3 plus 6 times 2 will give us 12. Then 3 plus 12 will give us 15 centimeters. Alright, so that is it. You can either use this side to find the length, or you can either use this side. You realize that because they have equal length, each of them will give you the same answer. Thank you for joining me, and we shall meet another day. Subscribe to this channel and share to a friend. Thank you.